Alright guys, today we're running Assetto Corsa Evo on Brands Hatch. We're going to be running it in the Audi rs3 Sportback. I watched a couple videos and saw a couple videos on this car and really just wanted to kind of try it out for you guys. So let's go ahead and go in there. I did change a couple of my settings, and once we get into here I'll pull up my settings for you. I just wanted to kind of show what I've done and where my settings are at for you guys. Like I said, they're probably still subject to change, but I have found this is so far the best it's felt for me. I am still playing around with a couple settings, and I'll show you which ones and kind of explain why I'm still debating on what I like on those. So once we get into here, let's go controls. So if you look, I've got my steering lock set the same as my wheel normally, so 1080. I am running this on a Logitech G Pro wheel, so that is why that is. Force feedback gains 100%. That's just what I found to feel the best on my wheel. I've also got my force feedback turned up to 11 on my wheel. Then dynamic dampening, I turned all the way down. I just found that this makes my force feedback feel a little bit more lively for me. I can kind of feel the car a little bit more and feel what I want to on there. Same thing with the minimum damper. I've just turned that down, as well as the damper gain. Just that's what I found to be the best for me. Not necessarily saying it's going to be the best for everybody, but that's kind of what I found to like it at. Then I've turned my true force gain all the way up, like it was said initially. Haven't had any issues with that setting. My speed sensitivity, I'm experimenting a little bit. This is one of those ones that's really subject to change at the moment. I'm going between 75 to 100% and just kind of seeing where I like that speed sensitivity at. So far, I'm just running it at 75. Steering filter, I've turned down to 0 for you guys. That's just where I've found I like it. Steering assist weight, I've got it 100%. I've just found that to be the best feeling for me. And then the vibrations, I used to run them at 50 from default. I've seen a couple people say to run it all the way at 100, so I figured I'd go up to 75 for now to just kind of see if I like it higher. So yeah, that's my settings at the moment. Let's kind of just get into the racing now. And hopefully I've went through and kind of tried to optimize my game as best as possible to get a little bit better feel out of it. So hopefully frame rate looks pretty decent now. I did notice after the update yesterday, I did have some issues with frame rate. So that's kind of why I didn't put out a video yesterday, was I was having some issues with that. And just after getting off work, I was tired and just didn't want to deal with that at the moment. So I do apologize. I was planning on putting one out yesterday, but I just kind of put it off until today to get more energy and give you guys more focus and give you guys a better quality video. It does definitely feel a lot better. I had to go through and optimize a lot of things in my Windows settings, game settings, and just make sure all my drivers were up to date. So far, I'm really liking the feel of this car. Like, it does feel good. I have ran a couple laps with it. I tried to make a video a little bit earlier, and it just didn't feel. It looked fine on my screen, but it looks really crappy on my recording, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm enjoying the force feedback on this car. Like, you really do get that feeling of just not having the best tires and the best grip, so you do slide a little bit more around the corners, and it's just an overall fun feeling to this car. It's probably, in all honesty, it's gonna probably be one of my favorite cars to drive on this game so far, just with the couple cars I've driven and just tried out to see how they feel. I'm really liking it. And I also I've kind of looked at things, and I think the force feedback, in all honesty, I'm so used to certain games where, like, the last game where if you touch the curbs at all, you're kind of just, you're screwed over in that sense. Like, if you hit the curbs, it's going to bounce you around and just jut the car and throw off the whole suspension. And, like, it doesn't really feel like that on this game. It's like you do get curb feel a little bit, but it's not as aggressive, in my opinion. And the car setup just feels a lot better. So at this time, I think they've done a pretty good job. Does it still need work? Yes. But with how popular they are and how I know how good the last game was, without a doubt, I'm very confident that they'll put out another good game, and they'll get this one lined out, and everything will feel really, really good. There we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. After I spun out, I just was watching my feed a little bit and wanted to make sure that my video quality was looking okay. So I did just go double check that really quick. But now we're back at it. But yeah, so far my overall thoughts of the game are pretty positive. Like, I am enjoying the game. I know it'll have quite a few improvements coming in the future. I was kind of frustrated last night with, after the update, I feel like my frames per second just got way worse. Like, it just felt like it went a lot further downhill, and I thought I had it at least somewhat situated. But it does look a lot better. The game quality, I went through and kind of played with what I think I could do, and it does look really good game quality wise. I'm very impressed by that. Like, my overall first reservations of getting the game before it came out have been kind of quelled. I'm a little iffy on seeing how the open world part of it is. Like, I don't know how that's going to work out, but after kind of playing on the game and seeing the time they put into it and then trying to fix it and get everything working right now, I am excited to see it. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do and what they come out with. But I do like how much different the cars feel. Like you can really tell when a car does have downforce, and a lot of it, you can tell the difference. You can feel the difference in tires on the cars, like how they're set up. Like I do really enjoy going back and forth and running some different cars and seeing the differences, the braking distances. Like you do have to be on your toes when switching cars, and I am enjoying that. Like it's really a fun experience on my end. I am trying to get used to, since I started this, like I never really used to do anything like this, and I've always kind of struggled talking while driving on my racing games. But I figured I'm already playing them, so I might as well make recordings and just put them out there for like-minded people that just want to come out and have fun and watch some of these videos and see and look at what people are doing and kind of adjust their driving from that aspect. Like I do a lot of that. I watch a lot of videos online to just kind of see what I could do to make my game feel better, what I could do to make my wheel feel a little better, and just driving techniques to try to get better on this. Like running laps and time trials, I do a lot of that just to get track memorization, find where I want to hit my lines, where I can, if I don't hit them quite right, what I can do from here. Sorry, I forgot I had my Bluetooth speaker hooked to my phone, so that's what that noise was in the background. But yeah, overall, my thoughts are pretty positive on the game. I'm actually really happy. I was kind of reserved to buy it at first. I think it is a good update on the graphics from the last game. I do think they have fixed some of the physics from the last game where it kind of struggled. How I didn't get an off-track thing there, the world will never know. I was definitely over the line right there. That's one of those things, like this game, hitting the curbs, driving on the grass, it's not nearly as detrimental as the last game. Like you will start to slide on the curbs and the grass, and you'll notice that, but it's not like the second you touch it, your whole lap is over. This is one of those times when I should be focusing on my driving too. Yeah. Sorry there's been so many crashes. It's something to get used to kind of try and talk and think about things for you guys and not just ramble on. Like I would love to hear your guys' feedback and hear what you want me to talk about and kind of if you want to see any certain games, I'll see what I can do to make that happen on here. Like I do have quite a few games. I've got the original Assetto Corsa. I've got the Assetto Corsa Competizione. I've got Assetto Corsa Evo. I've got Automobilista 2. I've got WRC Generations. I have WRC or EA Sports WRC. And then might give Rensport another shot if I can get my wheel feeling right. Like, it used to feel really good, and then they've done an update that it just, something feels off the whole time I play it. So I'm still trying to work on getting back into trying to play that game, and that game's still got a lot of content that they just haven't released, and now how they're doing it, I'm kind of, I don't know, doing it in like kind of a battle pass or racing season type thing, whatever they called it. It seems more like a battle pass, but I don't know how much I like that necessarily. It's not something I'm used to. Like, I do get it. They put it out as a free game, so they need to make money to keep developing. So I can't really be upset about it there. But yeah, so I do have quite a few racing games on here. I've got Wreckfest, which I haven't really tried. Once the new Wreckfest comes out, I am going to get onto that and give it a shot and see how that goes. But yeah, any games you guys want to see me try out, I'll see what I can do to make it happen. I do, after the update on Automobilista 2, that is one of the games I've run quite a lot recently, just because the update made a huge change on that game. Like, if you have not tried it since it's been updated, I would give it a shot. Like, they did a whole revamp on the game. It honestly makes the game play totally different from how it used to. I'm really a big fan of that. And I'll keep going through. I might put out a video on WRC later. Just depends on what I feel like driving today. Like, today it's kind of seemed like this is going to be most of my focus. Just playing on here and playing with settings, seeing what I like, what I don't, and then trying some of the different cars on here. But I will put out a WRC video. WRC is one of those games that I'm not 100% used to playing all the time, so trying to talk over it and still drive is a little bit more challenging on those games. But I will put out one for you. I have somewhat improved on that. Starting to get used to it. Sorry that the videos haven't been quite up to par for what I'd like to see them at. Like, I'm really good at repeating myself on those videos, I've noticed. So I am trying to make more entertaining videos for you guys and just really put some thought into them. And I always appreciate anybody's help that wants to give me a good starting suggestions and points of where I should go and what I should do. So if you do have any of those, let me know, and I'm always willing to hear you out. Like, even at work, I always tell people, like, there's not one way to do things, so always be open-minded and hear people out. You might find something you like in that sense, and you might find out that the way you've been doing things is there's different ways to do it that you like more, and it makes things easier for you. And I kind of ditched the way I did the first couple videos just because I'm not a huge fan of filming iPhone quality videos, so I've just figured I would screen record and just talk over them. So let me know your guys' opinion on that. I kind of apologize on that. I just don't have a camera at the moment that will actually outdo the current production of those videos. When I can finally get around to getting a camera like that, I'll do some more videos and kind of where you can see me how I drive and like more of that from a side view. Get that corner hot. It's just probably run one more lap on here and then kind of just get this video out for you guys. I am planning to do more videos throughout the weekend, so this won't be the only one. Like I said, I do apologize that I didn't get one out yesterday. It was just with my day at work and me being kind of tired, I just wasn't in the mood to deal with all the frustration coming home to a download and then feeling like my frame rate just went to shit after that download. Which it really did. I was very unhappy with how the download kind of went through, and I was like, why would it change so much on that? Because it felt fine the day before. I jumped on it and I was like, man, I have to start from square one again. I can't get over 30 frames a second. I can barely make it out of the pits. I'm not really going for burn the world down laps. Like, as you can see, I'm driving probably a little bit slower than I normally do, but it is what it is. Like, that's one thing. I'm not used to the braking distances on these cars, so I always forget you can't get that close to that corner. All right. Well, that's probably the end of the video. As always, thank you for watching. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. As much as you can help the channel out for me, I would really appreciate it. And always feel free to leave feedback on my videos. I'm never going to take things the wrong way. I appreciate everybody that watches and wants to support and help me grow as a channel. All right. You guys have a good one, and thank you for putting the time in to watch my videos and support me through this kind of growth journey at the first.